Shalom Yeladim. Last week we finished Sefer Shemot, and this week we will start Sefer Vayikra. So there are 5 books in the Torah, and Bereshit is the first, then Shemot, and now we are starting the 3rd book of the Torah. All right, Parashat Hashavua, Parashat Hashavua, Vayikra, Vayikra. Parashat Hashavua, Parashat Hashavua, Vayikra, Vayikra. We have completed the books of the Chumash Bereshit and Chumash Shemot. Before we begin Chumash Vayikra, let us review what we have learned until now. Hashem created the world in 7 days. Because of the many Averot that the people of Noach's generation did, Hashem had to destroy the world with a flood, the great Mabul. We learned about our Avot, Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, and about our Imahot, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, and Leah, and learned about the 12 Shvatim and how the Jewish nation began. In the book of Shemot, we were slaves to the evil Paro in Mitzrayim. Hashem sent Moshe Rabbeinu to free the Jewish people. He performed many miracles for them. He led them through the Midbar and then to Har Sinai, where the entire nation received the Holy Torah. We learned about how the Mishkan and all the Kelim were made. We learned about the clothing of the Kohanim who worked in the Mishkan and about the Shekhinah that rested in it. It was a wonderful time for Bnei Israel. In the book of Vayikra, we will read about the work that was done in the Mishkan. We will read about the korbanot that we were offered by the Kohanim, which is why Chumash Vayikra is also called Torat Kohanim. When Bnei Israel was in the Midbar, they brought up korbanot in the Mishkan. When they finally reached the land promised to them by Hashem, Eretz Yisrael, they built the Beit Mikdash and brought the korbanot there instead. In the time of the Beit Mikdash, the Kohen brought up the Korban Tamid twice every day, once in the morning and once at night. The Leviim would sing the Shirat Hayom, the song of the day, and play musical instruments. The Kohanim would daven to Hashem and ask him to let the Shekhinah rest on Bnei Israel and protect them from harm. The Korban Tamid was a lamb. One lamb was sacrificed in the morning to atone for the Averot that the Jewish people might have done the night before. The other was sacrificed before evening to atone for the Averot the Jewish people might have done during that same day. How did the Korban Tamid atone for the nation's Averot? Each time the Tamid was brought up, it would remind Hashem of the time that Yitzchak lay tied up on the Mizbeach when Abraham was about to sacrifice him. Abraham had been willing to give up his own son in order to do Hashem's will. When Hashem remembers this, he has mercy on Abraham's children, the Jewish people, and forgives Bnei Israel. The Korban Tamid was very important. When the Jewish people stopped bringing the Korban Tamid, the Beit Mikdash was destroyed. Why did the Jewish people stop bringing up the Korban Tamid? The wicked king of Bavel, Nebuchadnezzar, brought his mighty army to Jerusalem and surrounded the holy city. He ordered his soldiers to lock the gates of the city. No one was allowed to either enter or leave. Soon there were no lambs left for the Korban Tamid. The Jewish people were very upset. "What should we do?" they asked each other. "We can't possibly stop bringing the Korban Tamid." One of the elders of that time stood up and he said, "We must make an agreement with the soldiers. Every day we will give them a sack of silver and gold, or jewels and diamonds. In exchange, they will give us 2 lambs." This agreement turned out to be a very good one and continued for some time. But one day the soldiers did a terrible thing. Instead of giving the Jewish people 2 lambs, they sent in a pig. That was the first day that the Jewish people were not able to bring the Korban Tamid, and it wasn't long before the Beit Mikdash was destroyed. There were other kinds of korbanot as well. Some korbanot were brought up at specific times, like the Tamid and the Korban Musaf. There were others that the people themselves brought up whenever they wished. There was, for example, the Korban Shleimim, that a person would bring up as a gift to Hashem. He would buy an animal with his own money and go up to Yerushalayim to bring the Korban in the Beit HaMikdash. The Korban Shleimim, from the word Shalom, peace, created peace and joy between Hashem and the Jewish people. It also created good feelings between the Kohen and the Jewish person, because a part of the Korban went to the Kohen. Hashem loves when there is peace among his children. Therefore, the Korban Shleimim was very special to him. Hashem is very sad when there is jealousy or hatred between his children. The Korban Chatat was another kind of Korban. This was brought up when a person did an Aveira unintentionally, by mistake. He didn't mean to do it, but the Yetzer Hara won him over. Once he committed the Aveira, he felt very sorry. He would come to the Beit HaMikdash with a heavy heart and bring up the Korban Chatat. The Korban Chatat atoned for Aveirot that one did unintentionally. It was part of the Teshuvah process. The person confessed doing the Aveira and asked Hashem to forgive them. Hashem, he would cry as he brought up the Korban Chatat, please forgive me for not obeying your commandments. Have mercy on me. I will try to be better in the future. Hashem would forgive him and he would return home with a happy heart. There was another kind of Korban that he was brought up by the king of Bnei Israel. It was called the Korban Hanasi. If the king would do an Aveira by mistake, he would bring up the Korban and Hashem would forgive him. Now tomorrow we're going to hear a story that has to do with that. After you turn off this video, you can also turn on the link from yesterday when I sang all the Chamisha Chumshei Torah. Please sing and clap along with me. It's a good review. Bye.